2022 has been one of the craziest years for the financial industry in a long time, and it just got crazier. For those of you who don't know, Michael Burry is the guy who shorted the housing market in 2005 and made like $800 million in the process. He's also famous for like his, he's basically the guy in the movie The Big Short. So he's a pretty influential figure when it comes to investing in the stock market. And Michael Burry just made some insane new trades in the stock market that is going to blow your mind. So in this video, we're going to cover exactly what those new trades are, what Michael Burry is currently predicting going forward, and the important things you need to know, because when Michael Burry makes some trades, a lot of times they are just whack and they're just like, they're just crazy. Like, honestly, they're just crazy. Sometimes they don't work, but when they do, they are just explosive. So let's get right into it. So, looking at the stock market for this year, clearly it's been pretty brutal. Many stocks are down quite a bit. You might think that Michael Burry might be buying some, I don't know, maybe some oversold tech stocks, like maybe Microsoft or Amazon, maybe Meta. I don't know, maybe some gas stocks like ExxonMobil, or maybe gold stocks, something like that. But no, Michael Burry is actually doing something a lot crazier. So if we look at the situation overall, Michael Burry basically posts on Twitter, but all of his posts get automatically deleted after like a day or two. He actually made a post today saying that truth and data are bloody weapons in this country, and you will be judged accordingly. So interesting tweet there. And this is coming just after that it was revealed that he is taking a pretty big stake in private prison companies. So looking at his portfolio right now, basically we can see his 13F filing for his fund. And basically what you need to know is like every couple of months or so, we get new updates onto what all of the top dogs in the stock market are doing. This includes Michael Burry, Warren Buffett, and all of the other top players. We just got this update yesterday, November 14th, but this will stay relevant for many weeks and months going forward. So basically for this recent update, we can see Michael Burry has 38% of his portfolio into GEO stock. He has 24% of his portfolio into QRTEA stock. He has 15.5% of his portfolio into CXW. He has 12.8% of his portfolio into AJRD, and he has 7.35% of his portfolio into CHTR, and then 2.32% of his portfolio into LILAK. We can also see the market values for these positions to the left right here. So his biggest position is GEO, which is $15.5 million. His smallest position is LILAK, just under $1 million. Now, these are not all prison companies or prison stocks. Looking at them more specifically, GEO is a prison company. It's a private prison company. Basically, GEO operates private prisons and mental health facilities all over the world. GEO stock has had a wild ride throughout its history. It has lows of around like $1 or so back in like 1995. It has all-time highs of around like $34, which actually peaked out in 2017, and right now it's trading for around $9.20. Michael Burry is scooping up shares relatively low, or that's what it seems like, and it is estimated that his average purchase price is $7.38 per share. Right now, it's $9.20 per share, so it's already starting to pop back up. Looking at GEO, like I said, it's a private prison company. They own mental health facilities and private prisons all around the world. And you might be wondering, like, why is Michael Burry, out of all stocks out there, all opportunities, why is he buying prison companies? And we're going to answer that question in just a couple minutes, but we also have to look at the other companies he's holding to further understand the move he's trying to make. With the next one in his second biggest position is QRTEA. All right, QRTEA. Now I'm gonna be honest, this play is whack. Like I don't know, it's whack. But basically, right now the stock's at $2.42. It has all-time highs of around $18 per share, and it hit that in 2015. We can see this stock has just been on like a absolute roller coaster ride throughout its history. It's just whack, right? Basically what this company does is a lot to do with like video advertising, but they're not like a Meta or a Snapchat or a Google or anything like that. They're more like traditional like TV ads. So like they own like brands like QVC, HSN, stuff like that. It's a whack play. Michael Burry is estimated to have scooped up shares around $2.01 each. Right now it's at $2.42, and it's running up somewhat quickly. This play's crazy. I don't really have too much else to say besides that. This is a crazy play. This company's been struggling quite a bit, but at the same time, he is buying shares pretty low. The next thing, we have CXW. This is the second prison company that he is investing into. CXW. Basically, this stock is pretty similar to GEO. This stock is currently trading for $11.73 per share. It has all-time lows of around like 97 cents per share back in 2000. All-time highs of around $53 per share back in 1998. And over the past couple decades or so, it's been fluctuating quite a bit. Like I said, another private prison company, and they deal a lot with just private prisons and detention centers in the U.S. specifically. So it'll move similar to GEO, which was his heaviest weighted stock. The next one we have AJRD, which is, we'll go to AJRD, we'll go to the chart first. Basically, this stock is actually one of the rare stocks this year that's actually on an uptrend, right? This stock is currently trading for $49.70 per share with all-time highs of around $57 per share back in 2020. This company basically makes rockets and similar products for space, defense, civil, and just a bunch of like commercial applications as well. Basically, they're a rocket company. I guess it makes sense as to why the stock is rising given what we've seen in Ukraine and Russia over the past year. Similar companies or similar, I guess you could say stocks in a somewhat similar industry are like Lockheed Martin, which is basically at all-time highs right now, Raytheon, which is RTX. Just defense stocks like that tend to do well when there are any major conflicts around the world. So it looks like Michael Burry might be trying to capitalize off of that situation with his play with AJRD. We will see. With the next one, we have CHTR, and this one's pretty interesting in the sense of like, with all these other stocks, Michael Burry is like picking up somewhat small companies or companies that aren't talked about too often, but CHTR is actually a powerhouse of a company. They're worth over $62 billion, and that's after their over 50% drop this year. CHTR, or Charter Communications, is a telecom powerhouse. They own Spectrum. They do a lot with internet and stuff like that. So you would think that this play would actually do well in a recession. It's not like people are just going to cancel their internet just because we're in a recession. Likely they would one other things before the internet gets canceled. So with that being said, Charter has a lot of different aspects of their business, but one of their most popular products is Spectrum, and they've been growing quite a bit over the past couple years. CHTR has lows of around $32 per share ever since they IPO'd in 2010, and ever since that, they've just been on like a rocket ship to the upside with all-time highs over $800 a share back in 2021. Right now, it's around $400 per share, and it looks like Michael Burry is estimated to have picked up CHTR at $303.40 each. You can see all of the average prices Michael Burry has for all of these stocks in this column right here, so keep that in mind. And then with the last play, we have LILAK, right? So this one's also kind of whack. Basically, this stock is trading for $8.50 right now. It has all-time highs of like $70 or so back when it IPO'd in 2015. Basically, what this company is another telecom company, but it mainly focuses in Latin America. They have a lot to do with like internet, phone, cable, other mobile services, stuff like that. No idea why Michael Burry is buying this one. Kind of whack. But now I want to go deeper into the question that everyone is asking themselves. Why is Michael Burry buying private prison companies out of all of the other opportunities in the stock market right now? And the answer to that, in my opinion at least, has to do with the overall economic situation. By most people's definition, we are already in a recession. The White House kind of changed the definition of a recession this year, but it is what it is. The main thing to know is that the overall economy is not very strong right now. When we have situations like these, it is common to see unemployment and crime rates pop up. When that happens, more people go to jail, more people get incarcerated, and that is good for the private prison industry. So I would think that Michael Burry is really just making a play off of the overall macroeconomic situation right now in the economy overall, and that's why he's buying GEO and CXW. Another important thing to know with these private prison companies is they do whatever the hell they want. Like basically, if we look in the top right here, we can see a correlation between CXW and the S&P 500 of 0.02. That basically means these two securities do not move together at all. They just do whatever they want, and they're not really connected in any major way. And you can see the same exact thing for GEO. So that's a good thing if you are looking to invest in this market, because the S&P 500, as we all know this year, has been all over the place. Some days it rockets up quicker than we've ever seen before, and then some days it sinks down, and then other days it's just choppy and extremely hard to trade. So when you don't have a tight connection to the market overall, that's a good thing in this market. So I think Michael Burry is buying these private prison companies for two reasons. One, because they're not correlated to the market overall, but then also two, is the macroeconomic situation that we're in. Likely, unfortunately, these businesses will actually increase during tough economic times. One really important thing that I want to go deeper on with this whole situation with Michael Burry's trades. While these trades are very eye-catching and they get our attention, there are some important things to know. Michael Burry's full portfolio right now is only holding around $41 million worth of stock. While that seems like a lot, it's really not that much. While we don't know his exact cash position, some speculate that around 80% of his portfolio is in cash. Now, like I said, we don't know the exact cash position, but the main thing to know is that he's only putting $41 million in the stocks, and while he is buying the dip, it is not with a ton of capital. So keep that in mind. It's like, yes, he's making bold predictions, but he's not doing it with a ton of money behind them. So don't just see these trades and want to go all into private prison companies or anything else he's buying. Also, looking deeper into it, out of all of the stocks he did buy, I would say CHTR is actually the safest. But again, it's like a slow-moving, steady company. It's like, realistically, CHTR, right now it's like $400 a share. We're not going to see this stock back at $800 this year. It's probably not going to happen, right? It's a slow-moving company. It's kind of like a value stock. It's just like a slower-moving company. But I do like the CHTR play out of all the other ones he bought. CHTR, we can see how their business has been growing like crazy over the past decade or so. It is pretty impressive. They're trading at a price to sales ratio of like 1.1. Net margins around 10%. Their cash flow looks decent as well. So overall, they're not looking bad. And if we go to like the analyst tab, and I know take everything you see with analysts with a grain of salt, but CHTR's median price target is $644 per share. Also, if you guys want to get access to this dashboard, click the first link in the description and the comments down below. You can see all of the information I'm looking at on your phone, iPad, computer, any other device, basically. You get access to smart money trades for any company. You can see exactly all the price targets that analysts have for this company. You can calculate your own price targets, look at any stock using our TA dashboard, see all of the statements for any company you need, and all of this data is very easy to visualize and easy to use. Definitely check it out. It's that first link in the description and the comments down below. But back to what I was saying, CHTR, they're a pretty good company. They're just slow moving, and they're more of a longer term stock. So with all of this crazy news and updates going on with Michael Burry, I think the key things to take away is that I think the biggest bet that Michael Burry is making here is on the economy overall, and it looks like he's betting on it in a bad way, obviously. If he pictured times going forward were going to be better than they are now, I don't think he would be buying private prison companies. So take that how you want. Michael Burry, he makes these whack, bold predictions because a lot of times he has more of a bearish sense, and he is more of like a doom and gloom investor. Most of the time he ends up being wrong because the stock market rises most of the time, but in the event that he is right, he ends up hitting home runs when he is right. So it's like most of the time he's wrong, but when he's right, he hits big. So keep that in mind. You know, back with the Great Recession in like 2009, he made $100 million for himself and over $700 million for his investors betting against the housing market. So let me know your thoughts on this whole situation with Michael Burry. It is truly crazy. So let me know your thoughts. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe. I post brand new videos every single day. And if you want to get access to the stock analysis dashboard and see everything you need to know for any stock, you get access to smart money trades, analyst trades. You can calculate your own price targets and see all the other information you need in a quick and easy way. Definitely check out that first link in the description and the comments down below. Besides that, thank you guys so much for watching.